Hello there, so today we'll be taking a look at this. This is a magazine. Even though it looks this thick, it's actually a magazine. This thing's actually called Science for Adults magazine, and the point is that it comes with some kind of little extra in here. So I guess basically the theme of this particular issue is taking special effects shots like Godzilla movies and such. So yeah, that's what it comes down to for this issue, and I guess they go through, oh, look at these, we can take pictures like this, guy in a Godzilla suit, wow, and stuff like that. So I found this at Akihabara for, guess how much? 700 yen. So that's about a little less than $7 US, maybe a little over $6. And I was guessing from the price that it's probably one of those magazines that they made a lot of, but they didn't sell a whole lot of. And that's probably my right guess, because looking at the price, it says this thing is 3,500 yen. So that's about, what, $33 or somewhere around there. But it was sitting in a box full of this in front of one of the electronics stores. So it was obviously just surplus that somebody wanted to get rid of. Anyway, so this is indeed a pretty old magazine. It was published in 2013, October 2013. And yeah, so a huge chunk of it is this box, and I think you can kind of guess from the picture what this actually is. So yeah, it's a USB camera, and it's a USB special effects camera. So it turns out that it is a camera that allows you to take pictures, maybe video, I'm not exactly sure. Oh yeah, so it says this camera is optimal for taking miniature dioramas and stuff, so it can get as close as 0.1 millimeter and has a view angle of 55 degrees. Oh, cool. Yeah, so it can take video with sound as well, and it comes with a USB cable. Whoop, little glare there. And it supports Windows and Mac. Would it work on Linux? We'll have to find out. And it supports a tripod, and I guess has a little tripod mount hole in there somewhere. So I guess we'll go ahead and take a look inside the box and see what it's actually like. Oh, actually, you know what? It says that I can take this box out. It says it separates from the magazine, but I'll bet you the adhesive is not going to be very cooperative after sitting on there for 4 years. So you know what? I'm going to give up and just try to open it up by cutting the little tape down here. Whoops. Well, there goes the box. Okay, so what do we have in here? Whoa. Okay, so it's oh, there's some styrofoam. Hold on, maybe this side will be right. Ooh, nice. So that's what you get for 3,500 yen. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Recycle that cardboard. So it looks like that's the camera. That's probably some cover for the camera. And probably some kind of screws or something. I'm not exactly sure what that is. And probably a little pole so you can connect to the camera and insert into your dioramas and stuff, so you can take real close-up pictures that looks like real life, so you can take Godzilla movies with this camera and stuff. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and take a look inside. Oh yeah, I remember now. This is what I was kind of interested in when I got this. So it says that there's a little stick that you can hold the camera, there's a hole for a tripod, and it's good for taking small close-ups. Yeah. This is what I was actually interested in. It actually supports macro photography, well, movies, so they can take pictures of hair follicles. Well, I don't want to take pictures of hair follicles, that's kind of disgusting, but what I'd like to actually try with this camera is to take pictures of close-ups of circuit boards or chips or something like that. So I thought that might be kind of interesting and useful use for this camera. Alright, so let's get these pieces out. Why do they... Well, I guess they should have some kind of wrapping on here so all the pieces don't fall out. And knowing that there's more trash that we have to deal with. Okay, so here are probably the pieces for the covering the camera. And this is the camera itself. Okay. What are these? Something. And discolored tape. Take that off. And I hope that's... What is that? Oh, it seems like it's some kind of tape. Keep that for now. And we have this little stick. Okay. And there's some instructions on how to build this thing, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so go ahead and build this according to the instructions. So I guess we gotta open this up. Oh yeah. I like how they pull off an apple right here. Designed in Japan, made in China. Kind of like designed in California, assembled in China. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece, put it over here. Okay, so yeah, kind of works. Right. Then we can tighten it, and it stays in place supposedly. Oh well, yeah, it's good enough. Right, then we take the camera and put it into this piece over here. So here's our camera. It looks to be just a plain old USB camera. And probably the lens is in here with a lens cover on top. So go ahead and follow directions and place it in here. How to do this? Maybe I should read the instructions. Here first. There's a little piece to hold the USB cable to the case. So gotta set that first. Then what? Then we gotta rotate the camera so it goes in and the pegs align with the screw holes. Like this, I guess. Yeah, something like that. That's probably good enough. Then we need to screw it down with using these silver screws. Oops. Oh man, are you serious? The head of the screw broke off. Can you believe that? Oh well. At least I have 2 screws left on a diagonal, so that should probably hold in place. So yeah, I shouldn't be screwing this in too hard. Yeah, it's probably good enough. Okay, so we have the camera mounted into place with a little bonus broken screw, which you can't see. And finally, we have to put this piece to cover this up. Basically, this part's going to line up with this little groove over here. So it's going to close up, and hopefully it will align properly, and I won't break the screw this time. Hopefully. Might be better if I actually have a bigger screwdriver, maybe? So what's going on is that this screw is actually just going right into the plastic. I don't know if it's one of these self-tapping things. I might end up stripping the screw. Yeah, I might end up with another broken screw head. Man, that's tough. Ooh. Well, I might have not broken this head, but at least I stripped it to the point it won't turn anymore. That's great. Yeah. Yeah, a bigger screwdriver might actually be better, so I don't end up putting too much torque on those cheap screws to break those. Yeah, that's a lost cause. Oh. Alright, so this camera is now assembled. And hopefully this will actually work. And you can see the lens is right in there. That's pretty cool. So yeah. Alright, so I have a little light, and that's the broken screw that we had from the camera, the inside of the camera. And here's the camera itself. Let's go ahead and try to take a close-up picture of that broken screw using this camera. So yeah, here's the screw that broke off the camera earlier. And as you can see, the frame rate's not that great, and it's really hard to focus on the actual object. So you probably have to put it against something. So yeah, it's kind of like that. You kind of have to mount the camera against something. I'm just holding it against the desk. And yeah, kind of, you can kind of see the details on that screw where the grooves got broken because of applying too much torque to the actual screw itself. You can probably see the part of that actually broke off, if you put it that way. It actually looks better than I thought it would in terms of the close-up quality. I mean, the frame rate's not great. The resolution's only 1280 by 1024. But yeah, this might be actually pretty useful to take close-ups. I'm kind of curious how things would look. I'm just going to try it with something else. Here's a close-up of the flash memory chip that we looked at a couple weeks ago in one of the Akihabara Junk Finds videos. Yeah, so this might actually be pretty good for taking close-ups of electronic components. So it's almost like having a little microscope. I mean, not as great as like a expensive microscope, but still enough to see the details on these electronic parts. Yeah, this might be actually pretty fun to play with. As long as I can find some good way to mount this, this might be pretty useful. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, I'd appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, please leave them down in the comment section. I'll be answering them to the best of my knowledge. As always, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.